Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and this one is about ESP's LTD Deluxe PHOENIX-1004 BASS. I'm just gonna jam along with John Tempesta's Me Zombie jam track from Toontrack's Superior Drummer 3. Just totally improvising. Then I'm gonna switch between the pickups and using the tone control, so you'll hopefully hear different tonalities, and then I'm gonna, discuss more about the specs and the bass in general. Rock and roll. Okay, that was a well, it has its moments. Actually, I think I came up with a few riffs that maybe I'm gonna use on at some point. Yeah, anyway, first take, really cool bass. So the signal chain I used, bass, then into my pedal board, but there's nothing on. Then to the Tech 21's a Geddy bass preamp, which is two channels, two outs, deep, which is kind of like a clean ampeg, and then drive, which I pretty much cut out all the lows, added mids and overdrive. So you get this really cool bass tone with clean lows, ampeg style lows, and this nasty, mid-driven overdrive tone. And then I also record the DI signal, so before it goes to this, it goes to the DI box. And so I recorded 3 signals, and the DI signal I added Softube's Murder 1, the Lenny Kilmister Plexi, where I carried all lows off. Like, it's just that to get that peak attack, you know. What's kind of what I do when I record bass. I usually want to have 3 different sounds, and together they make a real good sound. One deep, clean, one mid, drive, and then one just, you know, plexi style pick attack. So that's the signal chain. And first I want to thank my A&R guy at ESP. I've been endorsed for 15, 20 years. Thank you, Tony, for, you know, I finally got this. This was a long time coming, but definitely worth the wait. So many of you probably don't know, or you know, that I'm also a bass player. I'm, you know, my main instrument is guitars. My first instrument was drums, but I play bass. I played bass on this forthcoming CYHRA album. I've been playing bass. I played bass on our previous album, No Halos in Hell, and I played bass live with different bands, and on actually quite many albums that I've also played guitar. I played bass, sometimes all and sometimes just some parts that, you know, maybe I wanted the bass to have just certain clank, and, you know, so. But anyway, the specs, I need to cheat a little bit because I just got this. This is absolutely great bass. So yeah, this will be on the next CYHRA album. So the internet here. Neck through connection, 34-inch scale, mahogany body, 5-piece mahogany / walnut neck. The fretboard is Macassar ebony with a 21 extra jumbo stainless steel frets, which is really, really cool. And this has, you know, shaved neck, because I have the Phoenix guitar, and this is completely stuck, but what I did, I just shaved the lacquer off. And I was ready to do the same thing, because I don't like lacquer on necks. I was ready to do that with this one, but this was, you know, from the factory. The lacquer has been shaved off, which is great. And the tuners, what they are, yeah, go to hardware, so go to bridge hitches here, Japan, really high quality, EMG active pickups. They are, neck pickup is a 35P4 and the bridge pickup is a 35J. I really like active pickups, especially with bass, with guitars too. But on my some other basses, I've replaced the stock passive pickups with EMG actives. It's just, especially in metal, where you want the bass to be really solid and even and punchy, I found that actives are just the way for me to go. The neck, it says thin U, but to me this is kind of like my necks on my guitars, which I guess for basses this is thin, but for guitars this is quite thick. So I really like the neck a lot. And this is now in standard C tuning. So this comes with a D'Addario XL 165 strings, which is from 0 to 45 to 105, but I think this is like 65 now, because what I many times do, I you know, use 5-string set and just remove the higher string. So this is like, these are DRs, high beams, I think, or whatever, and this is 130 or 135. Well, you know, basically the heaviest you can get. I like to hit really hard, so I really wanted to. So the only thing I did with this, when I got this, I changed the strings, attached, you know, the intonation and the neck and everything, and it feels great. It plays, especially with bass, it's really important. I mean, it's with guitar too, but with bass, if you want that clanky metal sound that cuts through the mids, the bass needs to sound really good on its own. Like if I mute everything, it's like a piano, you know, like dong. That's really, really awesome. And the quality is, I mean, I don't know about basses, but on guitars, usually the hardware on these little bit cheaper LTDs, they are something else than, you know, Godot, which is like top of the brand, so really high quality hardware, and it's made in Indonesia. But I mean, I can't really come up with anything I would like to improve. I mean, what would they do better if this were an E2 or ESP? Because this has like the best pickups, the best hardware parts, you know, ebony neck stainless steel frets. I mean, how cool is that? Let me now show some sounds more like without, you know, tempest and banging drums. So there's two volumes. This is to the for the neck. This is for the bridge. This is a master tone. So if we first play with the bridge pickup. Man, my whole body is resonant. It's like really like piano, like really good sustain and gong. Good Kekkonen. If you're Finnish, you know what that means. Okay, then the neck pickup. It's a bit like darker, like on guitar. And then both, you get this clanky top end because it's closer to the bridge. And then, I mean, the difference is not as big as with guitar. And with this one, you get kind of like this even, like. I like them both on. It's the fullest sound. I mean, it's a bass, you know, it needs to provide low and thump. And the tone, you can get this like a vintage style kind of. And then when you crank the tone, you get this kind of clanky. I mean, I don't have much distortion now. I kind of like this type of, that it's kind of clean, but Kekkonen. Okay, let me explain what that is. Roope Latvala, old friend of mine. He's, you know, guitar player from Children of Bodom and legendary Finnish metal band The Stone. Well, Bodom is legendary too. Bless Alex. So Roope once said that. You know, that bass sound should have more Kekkonen. Kekkonen, it's... Urho Kekkonen was a Finnish president for, I don't know, 30 years, back in the 60s and 70s, and he was kind of like, you know, manly man, bald and stuff, and, you know, Urho. So Kekkonen means that it needs to have, I guess, modern word, English, most, you know, known word is clank. But in Finland, we say Kekkonen. Clanky. This bass definitely has Kekkonen, you know, clanky. So yeah, and like you heard, I mean, I guess this is towards more metal players and stuff, but with the tone down, you know, blending the volumes, you can get actually really kind of vintage sounds from this. So I think this is really versatile bass, and it looks really good, and it's nice. You know, it's a little bit neck heavy. So like all these types of, because you know, but I feel very comfortable with this. The neck isn't really wide, so guitar being my main instrument, I find this really easy to play. Great work, ESP, once again. So definitely a strong recommendation if you want that piano-like sustain, clanky, you know, tone that cuts through the mix. you know, no matter pretty much what amp you use, because, you know, this is a great instrument, is a great instrument. Hey, thanks again Tony and ESP for sending me this. You know, I will continue recording some more bass now. Until next time, take care, all the best, bye.